Feature Friday.
The freshest. Alright, so let's start right off the beginning. Well, of the list that we have compiled together, thanks to all your wonderful suggestions. We have a good combo of like old and new and
Very
new
known,
faces.
not very known.
That's right. So we got a little combination of like different styles and different types of singing.
Hopefully you get to discover someone new with us today.
That's right. So to begin with, we're familiar name, familiar faces here. Casey Tandingan performing Walang, Hiyang, Pag-ibig.
Walang.
Walang.
Walang, Hiyang, Pag-ibig.
Hiyang,
Or Pag-ibig.
Pag-ibig.
Yeah, well, actually I haven't seen this and I've always fucking wanted to.
Yeah,
So let's
here
give it
we
a
are.
watch.
Big fans of this girl. Yes, girl, let's go. I freaking adore her.
Yep. You can watch the Feature Friday Plus podcast we did with her last
right.
year.
You see, she's so invested.
Consumed, bro, by
Yeah.
art.
She is art.
Akala ko'y walang hanggan at ikaw ang aking kakahantungan.
She is art.
Namaan ng walang iyang pag-ibig.
Oh, come on.
1075.
Inuhos ko ng buong-buo at nagalos ang aking pusong di naman
Fuck.
ng walang iyang pag-ibig.
You know what's funny? Because the whole scene opened with the guitar player. When the bass came in, I was like, I haven't seen a bass. This must be a track. And then, ta-dang! Oh, really cool.
That's a more traditional sort of setup, you know, that makes a little sense. The guitar, the acoustic guitar, the bass, and the keyboard. That's why it
Definitely.
sounds so bloody thick.
Well, I think the thickness comes from her, though. She's given the meat.
No, for
Yeah.
sure, vocally, of course, but I mean,
Yeah.
instrumentalization wise.
Yes, I
that
agree.
that
I agree.
truly, like the presence of a bass changes the whole game.
Definitely. It takes it from, a nice acoustic to, atmospheric.
Yeah.
It is really
But
cool.
she's another caliber of an artist.
Indeed. Oh.
Kahit kailan mo man ihanda,
Oh.
puso't isip at kaluluwa,
Oh my God.
damdamin ay di natatansya, pagtunay na ngang di naman ka na.
Still, my favorite live performer we've ever checked out on the channel.
Yeah.
Walang iyang pag-ibig, ayoko nang umibig.
Oh, goodness.
Palagi na lang
Whatever that woman asks of me, I'll do. Literally. Just as that means I can continue to see her singing.
Yes, I agree. I think obviously what we're seeing here is somebody who's just not only absorbed by the song itself, but somebody who's really invested in the delivery of the song, but that goes beyond the technicalities of singing, which is really cool about her. Because right from the beginning, we've never actually seen her make eye contact with any of the musicians. She's been teletransported to a brand new dimension, and she's taken us with her in this journey that is mostly just auditory, which is so cool. Like, how often do you get to experience that from a live performance, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is that they have to completely be consumed by their art
That's
until they
right.
then become what they're trying to portray themselves. You know, just her case.
It's very James Bondish, this song, isn't
Yeah.
it? I
Well, we
wonder-
will try to find the lyrics at
It
the end.
is a part of the soundtrack
For
of
her
her
upcoming-
upcoming movie.
Art of Legal, her upcoming movie.
Yeah.
She has a movie.
The balladic song is thick with heartbreaking emotion as the narrator speaks about giving up on love after
Getting hurt too badly. Too many times.
too many times.
Too many a time.
Too many a time.
Has it got lyrics? Because it got captions. eh?
Oh my God. No.
No, auto generated. Well, we'll try. Mate, We'll try and look for them actually at the end of the performance.
Okay.
Holy shit!
That's how you open a show, baby.
That's
That's
what
how
I
you open a show.
open a chassis. That's the show. I think what's really again.
No, I mean in the podcast today. That's how
Oh
you
right,
open
yeah,
the
yeah,
show.
definitely. I think what's unique about KZ, which is the reason why I like her a lot. Yeah, try and find the lyrics if you can. Is that she basically embodies all the principles that I have liked in other artists
Yes.
as I've grown up. And I hadn't found someone who embodied all of my favorite musical
In
principles.
one person.
Yeah, and then I discovered her, and then it's like, fuck, that's how you do live music. Because yes, we found translations. Because essentially, what you're trying to do live, it's completely different to the studio approach, right? And it's no wonder this has happened in the Filipino music industry, where she belongs to that one.
That's right.
Given the fact that the audiences in the Philippines are sort of more catered towards live performances rather than studio versions, which is still mental to me, and it's still in my mind. And the reason why I enjoy discovering so much of it is, I think there's still probably one of the few purists left in the world
Yeah.
when it comes to their approaching
Yes,
music.
I agree.
There are others, that's true, but they're in that group of that little pack of musical purists. And the bigger and the richer that industry becomes, it will be, that's like my dark horse
It is. I
that
agree with
will,
that.
will take over the world, and it will happen in a blink of an eye, and people won't even notice. It's just he's just from the Philippines. That's literally what they're gonna say. But then
Yeah.
this guy's got four number one billboards. You know what I mean? Or this band. You know what I mean? So that's what I feel with the Philippines, because essentially, and given the pandemic and all that stuff, people starving for live performances. And then what happens when they get to see one of these live guys, and they do a little, like a US tour, like a world tour or something like that, little.
A little.
It will change people's minds
I totally
about what to
agree.
expect.
I actually think this is definitely the new generation. Like in the past 3 years, I think it's the Filipino pedigree of music has been becoming really global thanks to the internet, and I think a lot of people are crazy. I think I watched, some of you guys were sending me the Dubai Expo 2022.
That's right.
Like a lot
It
of
was
performances
16,000 people when Hiyang performed.
and they were,
She was with McCoy.
and there was 30,000 for Arthur Neri,
yeah.
and then seeing the people's
Numbers, man.
response
Those
to
are fucking
such,
numbers.
it was insane. And I was like, yeah, this is exactly the next step, because people have been craving for this artist to show
Here's
themselves
the
in
question:
live performance.
why Dubai? And what's the relationship between Dubai? Because a lot of stuff and a lot of Filipino artists are bloody well known in Dubai.
Yes, I have no idea. Obviously, the Filipino community is huge in Dubai. That's
Really?
for sure. Well, definitely.
Really?
Yes, 100%. But then again, why?
Like the expos, I think also Dubai, given the circumstances, it is an easier venue to hold. It is an easier country to hold events in.
Yes, and so, with such numbers, I would definitely think so.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It's no wonder the UFC during the pandemic worked closely with Dubai.
Yes.
What the fuck was the name of the island? Well, they call it File Island.
Yes, Island.
The Yas Island. Fucking hell. That's correct.
Yes.
So they've always been kind of open to being some of the first to open up and having live shows and allowing these guys to continue to make their money. So that I see, but prior to the pandemic, they were still going.
Yes, that's right.
So.
Yes, that's what I don't. That's why I believe that the Filipino community is actually huge in Dubai.
Because
It is one of the most conquered
events, right?
events.
Mix is really big on that.
It is huge,
But-
and the promotion everywhere is fantastically ginormous too.
Yeah, here's the interesting thing as well. Given the podcast, we can obviously see where people are watching from and stuff like that.
That's
and,
right.
And it's really mind-boggling that this from so many countries, right? I mean, you'll be watching. So, but it's from so many countries and people that have no connection whatsoever to the Filipino music industry.
That's right.
And it's so cool to see holy shit, this might be the best thing I discovered this year.
Yeah, that's right.
And the only messages I get from that, it's they usually are about artists
From
that
the Philippines.
OPM artists.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's really intriguing. But KZ, it's to me what the Filipino music industry represents to its best, at its pinnacle.
Uh-huh.
Less is more. Insane musical pedigree.
Yes.
great, outstanding, one of the best live performers I've ever seen in my life.
100%.
And I'm yet to see her live.
Yes.
Right? That's crazy to even say. And an artist, a true artist, the way she expresses herself, the way she behaves, the way she... A good person as well. It's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
She's so accessible. And I
Package,
think
mate.
It's also really humbling to see, because with people that are so good at something, you tend to hold them up to a pedestal, right? So when you get to see them interact with other people, interact with you in the same normal manner, you get humbled by the presence itself.
This is the lyrics, yeah?
Yeah.
So it goes, Akala koi walang hanggang. That means I thought it was eternal. And you are my destiny. Stuck by unrequited or unrequited or unrequited?
Unrequited love. Yeah.
I think so.
Yes.
Love, I poured it out wholeheartedly and my heart ached. Struck by unrequited love. No matter how much you prepare, heart and mind and soul, feelings are immeasurable. Go down, mate.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to pronounce the words in Tagalog in my head.
Kung tunay na anggan, if it's true. Tinamaan ka na... What the fuck? How do you say the NG again?
Tinaman an ka.
Tinamaan.
No, because remember the double vowels are separate. They sound like...
Tinamaan.
Yeah, tinama an ka.
Ah.
So the anka would sound like one word.
Fuck it up.
Yeah.
You have been hit by, that's what it means. Pag-ibig. That means love. I know that. It can be mahal as well, right?
Yes, it could be. Depends on how you conjugate it, though.
True. Unkind love. I don't want to fall in love anymore. Bruh, this person's broken. If you are always unlucky, I am indebted to be forgiven. That didn't translate, so no idea what that means. Struck by unrequited love. Oh. No matter how much you prepare, heart and mind and soul, feelings are immeasurable. If it's true, you have been hit by pag-ibig.
Pag-ibig.
Pag-ibig. Sorry.
Pag-ibig.
Unkind love. I don't want to fall in love anymore.
Oh.
It's always unfortunate. Can I just stop loving? So there is no need to gamble. Can I just stop loving? Because it is somewhat of a gamble, right? The whole essence of love, essentially.
See, that you see lang mahal. To stop loving. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's it conjugated, right?
Yeah.
For no need to gamble on love, on kind love, I don't want to fall in love anymore. It's always unfortunate. Fuck. That's brutal, isn't
And
it?
that's why she's there, consumed by the feeling. That is absolutely fantastic. What a piece, gosh. Like the chord progression, the performance itself. Obviously, her vocal technique is just so refined and it's so hers that if you wanted to study a specific set of colors in vocal texture, I would say watch her performances in this type of settings where there's like more of a close-up to her face and mouth and tongue modulation, but I don't have to say much about it. I think it speaks for itself, the type of performance, you know.